Hi, my name is Julia Dorn. I was born 21 years ago in Venezuela, and one of my favorite things when I was a little girl, or one of my favorite memories of my childhood, was that every Saturday, I think ever since I was like 2 or 3 years old until I was like 8 years old, my parents, my aunt, and my grandparents, and me, we would take a road trip to this beautiful town in Venezuela called La Colonia Tovar. It was so beautiful, and it's like, hidden in the mountains, and it's like similar to a German colony. So we would go there every Saturday, and we would make several stops along the way, even though it wasn't really, that far. But we would take several stops, and we would eat like this. They're like cinnamon rolls, but not really. They have like cheese on it, and they're called golpeados. They're really good, and so we would do that. And then once we were in town, my parents would take us to this, German restaurant. And they knew the people, because my dad used to go there when he was, when he was a kid. So it was really nice, and because my dad is German, like he always wanted me to kind of like absorb the German culture, German food, which I really like. So, and it was really nice. They had like tiny stores, and they sold like they used to sell like German looking dolls. They were mixed with like Venezuelan, yeah, like Venezuelan culture. So it was really, I think it was inspiring, see completely different cultures just blended in together. That was really neat. But my favorite part of our Saturday road trips was like right before getting to La Colonia Tovar, there was an even smaller town called El Junquito. And they had horses and ponies there, so children could ride them. And I would go every Saturday, I swear to God, every single Saturday, I would get on a horse and ride for like 25 minutes. And that was my favorite day of the week because I love horses. I really, really do love horses. And so when I turned 9 years old, my parents finally got me into horseback riding lessons. And, I love horses. Um, to me, horseback riding is really, it's way more than a sport or way more than a hobby. It's my life, it's my passion. It's my inspiration, and it doesn't really matter if I'm having the worst day ever, or if I got into a fight at school, or I don't know, whatever bad thing happened to me. It really doesn't matter, because the moment I get on my horse, it's like I forget about the rest of the world, and that's really nice. To find something, that it's yours. That maybe a lot of people doesn't get it, but it's yours and you feel happy with it. So horses are my life, and I've been riding since I was like 9 years old. I'm 21 years old now, and actually because I love horses that much, it's why I live so far away from Miami. Because I don't live here in Miami. I live like an hour and a half, and I have to drive a long way to get here. I have to take the turnpike like every day of my life. That's really hard. Um, but anyways, I live in like, well, it's not that small now, but it used to be smaller when I moved here in 2005. I live in Wellington, Florida, and which is like, after like Boca Raton and West Palm Beach. Um, and even though that I do miss living in the city, because I love huge cities, I can't lie. I love, having huge buildings, and, having like a lot of people, just volumes of people. That's where how I, grew up, and that's, um, something that I miss. But at the same time, I really like Wellington because it's like, it's like, yeah, like everything is so different and so relaxing, and you kind of like you can enjoy yourself. Like you're not like thinking every single like, oh my god, what I'm gonna do, like it's so different, like so calming. So I really like Wellington, and it's literally the horse town of Florida. you know, I live surrounded by horses. Like there's like hundreds of horse farms, you know, across town, and they even have like signs that says like, um, you know, beware of horses, you know, just crossing, you know, the usually when they have like people crossing the street, they have like signs for horses crossing the street, and you know, that's something that I didn't have in Caracas, so I really like Wellington for that. Um, but one day I'm planning on moving back to Venezuela. You know, even though I do like Miami, you know, I love coming to Miami to school. I love going to Miami to, you know, to go clubbing with my friends, and I do have family here. But one day I'm planning of, you know, just moving back there or, you know, going somewhere else. But at the time, you know, I'm just, you know, just really happy to be living here, even though that I do have to make hard sacrifices to pay for gas to come to Miami because it's really expensive, and you know, paying for gas means that maybe I can't afford to go clubbing like every night, or I can't go shopping like as much as I would like to because I have to pay for gas. But I think it's, you know, sacrifices that you have to take, and they're worth it. You know, at the end, it's, you know, everything that you do to make yourself happy, I think is worth it. So, bye.